Hi Pisces, welcome to Reiki and Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. This is your bi-weekly reading from today, the 20th of June, up until the 3rd of July. Okay, I'm going to pull... I'm going to pull 6 cards initially, okay? So the first 3 cards are going to relate to this week, or the 20th to the 26th. And the second 3 cards are going to relate to the 27th to the 3rd of July, okay? I'm going to be posting next week your July love readings. So come on by for that. And if you've not already, you can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook at Reiki and Tarot. Okay, what came to mind when I was... There's lots of rooms going on at the moment. There's lots of different avenues going on at the moment. So it's quite interesting with the energy that's around. There's a lot of different places that we might end up, let's say. You know, we've got options. We've got our options open. You know, we've got things that we want to move towards. That fell out earlier when I was shuffling. We've got things we want to move towards. And those things could be very different for some of us and maybe unexpected for others. So the first week the cards for this week then are Knight of Swords, 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, and these are for next week, and we'll clarify as we go. I feel like this needs to clarify that. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, let's get started. So, first of all, we've got the Knight of Swords, Pisces. So we've got some air energy. We've got some really fast-moving air energy. Knights move toward the battle. They move toward victory. You know, they really want to take on the fight. They're really ready for it. They're motivated to move on. They're motivated to take action. With the Knight of Swords, Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but obviously any sign. With the Knight of Swords, it's about going forward with my sword of truth. I'm going to speak directly. My approach might not be the best. My approach might not be well received by other people, but you know, you're a knight, so you've got righteousness on your side, Pisces. So whether this is your energy, you know, you moving, for some of you, you'll be having it's like, this is what it is. This is what it is. You know, we've got the 3 of Pentacles here as well. This is what it is. I'll tell you exactly what this is. This is some of you you're in this situation now. You've started a new relationship with somebody. You know, you've started a new job, or for example, for some of you, a new business. And there's people or someone specifically from your past who you need to tell to back off. That's what this is. So for some of you, it's as if you're turning over your shoulder and saying, listen, I'm happy, leave me alone. Go away. And you're right in what you're saying. You might, you know, like, it's not really the type of name calling, shall we say. Some of you might resort to that. But, I mean, listen, each to their own. I ain't going to judge you. You know, you've got to be true to yourself. You've got to be truthful and true to yourself. You know, I will draw your attention to this, my darlings. You know, if these are the Yusui's Reiki precepts, if you will, and the mindfulness precepts are things that we learn in level 1 of Reiki just for today, Pisces. Do not anger, do not worry, be humble, be honest in your dealings, and be compassionate with yourself and with others. Okay, so that there's got to be a balance of compassion between yourself and to others. If this person's been doing your head in, I'm going to just quickly clarify that actually. If this person, if this person's been doing your head in, this is someone from the past. This is someone from your past. This is someone from your, oh gosh, for some of you it's going to be your baby mother. For some of you it's going to be your ex-wife, your ex-husband, your ex-family, ex-family. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that sort of situation. Some of you have maybe were in a 3-party relationship, actually in a 3-party situation, specified by this. You could have maybe got someone else pregnant. This is all coming through. Some of you have, Pisces, I'll tell you that for now. Some of you have been involved in a 3rd-party relationship. You've got two women pregnant, or you're one of the women that's pregnant. You know what I mean? That situation, you get it. It seemed all happy and nice and lovely with this other person. But they're now in your past and they come back this week, and you just, or not come back necessarily, but there's been stress and you have to talk to them and say, listen, leave me the feck alone. man or woman, you just need to do one, because I'm now in this relationship, and it could have been because of a third party relationship. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here as well, so it could be, let me just calm it down, because for some of you, I feel like this at the moment. let me just have a bit of water just to calm down a little bit. It's quite exciting though. I'm getting quite excited, which is, you know, for some of you, you were wronged. You were the one that was wronged by the ex-partner, by the past relationship. It was that person that cheated on you. It was that person that hurt you or betrayed you. And you've moved on and moving forward and working on a commitment with somebody else. We've got 2 3s here, actually. But you have to turn around to this other person from your past. It could be your mother. It could be, you could have an argument with your family, whatever, you know, you could, something like that. But you have to turn around to that person and say, just back off. You need to just get on with your own life. That world is over for me now. That life's over, and I'm moving forward. You might be moving on. You know, we've got 2 Pentacles and energies, cards here. So on the Queen of Pentacles, specifically Capricorn, but could be Virgo or Taurus as well. You know, what a lovely nurturing energy this is. The funny thing is, we've got both of those on this side. We've kind of got mirroring energy here with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. The Empress is kind of the, you know, the major arcana equivalent of the Queen of Pentacles. You know, it's kind of this that same the embodiment of them, of those same principles. But this person, I mean, the Empress could be pregnant, and so could the Queen of Pentacles. This is why I said 2 people could be pregnant around you. So there's 3 people involved in this relationship, or they have been, and both of them are pregnant, or both of them have got children with you, or apply it. You know, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's that she's concerned now about this relationship. She wants to nurture the relationship that you two are in together. You're in a relationship, and this relationship wants to be nurtured. Or it could be this, obviously representative of the child. You know, something that we grow together, something that you grow. So there's definitely it's coming through really quickly. I'm sorry. There's definitely second chances for some of you. Let me say this, okay? So you could be, I'm going to give this scenario really, really quickly because I'm running out of time. So you could be, I've had a child with, male or female, I don't know. You could have had a child with somebody when you were 21, let's say. God, I'll give all these examples. Anyway, you could have a child when you were 21, okay? Didn't work out with that person. You tried, didn't work out. You separated, okay? You're no longer together with that person. Then now you're 30 and you actually meet somebody else and you end up pregnant or whatever. You end up having getting pregnant together, you and your partner. And now you're like, this is my second chance. I'm going to be there for this child. I'm going to, maybe with the first child because you were a bit young or whatever. Not that age matters, but you get my point. You didn't go well. And now you're like, do you know what? I'm going to really make sure that I do well with this child, that we work together, that we do well with each other. And the other person from the past could be coming back like, oh, well, you never bothered with this. You never bothered with our child. You never blah, blah, blah. Do you know that kind of thing? For some of you, it's like it. And some of you feel like you've got a second chance now in this situation where you're at. Even if it seems like a similar situation to what was like before, it's brand new and it feels like a second chance. That's what came through for some of you. This card wanted to look at that. Fabulous, the Magician. Some of you, this card wanted to come out with to clarify the Queen of Pentacles, and it's the Magician card. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is all about manifesting. It's all about bringing this home. Whatever this is, whether it is a child, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a commitment to a business or to a partnership, this person wants to build that, and this could be you, and apply it as, and the universe is telling you you've got everything within your reach, within your power to bring this to manifestation, to bring this thing to the world and it to be good and successful, okay? So that's this week. So there's a lot going on for somebody this week, and I'm speaking really fast, so it's as if like some of these conversations could be happening like now, like it's Wednesday today. Oh, because of my dramas with uploading my picture to my phone, I couldn't even, I've been doing this since Monday. Anyway, so it feels like some of you could be actually having these conversations today. You know, you could be having these realizations today, on Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, so this is next week. Wow, Pisces, you've got the 10 of Cups. You've got the 9 of Cups. And you've got the 9 of Wands. So, I mean, what a spread. I mean, brilliant. What a spread this is. You know, I'm going to quickly clarify this because this wants to be clarified. I'll let you sort of think about what these might be for you. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment and joy. 9 of Cups, wow. Okay, so it is that. It is. So, and 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So we've got the 10 of Cups. So next week, you know, so you're moving on. You're moving away from this energy. You know, you're moving away from the 10 of Swords, the feelings of the past. When in the past, I'm going to start at this side actually, sorry. You know, this is the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. You know, when we've got the 9 of Wands, we've been traumatized in the past because of our past. Maybe for some of you it'll be because of how you behaved in the past. Doesn't matter if whether you were in the wrong or the other person was in the wrong. You're traumatized by it, and it's kept you stuck, and it's kept you blocked, and it's kept you feeling like you're gonna, oh well, I couldn't make it work in my last relationship, or I couldn't make it work with my last family and with my last, you know, baby mother or whatever. I couldn't make it work then, so how can I move forward? How can I make it work this time? So you're worried and scared about going back into a situation that was similar to before, where you were married, where you had children, or where you were in a committed relationship and you had children together, but it didn't work. And it wasn't because of you, and it wasn't because of her, it's because of or whatever, or him and him, or her and her. It doesn't, sex doesn't matter. It wasn't because of that, it's because of where you were at in your lives, obviously, and you learn from those things. That's what karma is. It's a way of teaching us, you know, who we are and what we want, and what's good for us and what's happy for us. Sorry, I'm keep checking the camera just to see that you can see everything. Yeah. So anyway, so you felt like this in the past, and you were traumatized, as I said, whether you were the goodie or the baddie, if you get my drift. You know, you just, let me just turn the lights on. Sorry about that. I'm just going to open curtains a little bit because I feel like it's a bit dark now. There we go. So yeah, you were maybe traumatized in the past. You had a lot of trauma about your situation, and you're sort of uncertain. You were uncertain, but it's coming to an end, that uncertainty. Do you know what I mean? Those feelings of gosh, it went wrong before, how's it going to work this time? Those feelings are coming to an end. Gosh, I was betrayed before. You know, how can I get past that? You've got to leave that behind, and you should. And it was this card. This is what you was the issue in the past. So for some of you, you would have been married. You may be divorced. For some of you, you know, you would have been in a relationship, in a home with children and your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, and it didn't work out. It didn't go well. It could have been third party relationship. They could have cheated. You could have cheated. They could have lied. You could have lied. Whatever, whoever. It doesn't matter whose fault it was, but you are traumatized by it, and it's stopping you, and it has been preventing you in the past from moving forward. But now you've got a second chance, and you know you've got a second chance, and you feel you've got a second chance, and you can, even if the relationships are similar, seem similar, you know, you met your both, whatever, you know, your life, you know, you met both people at work, and you whatever, you date for the same length of time, you get my drift. You've got a second chance now, and it's this is what is, you know, awaiting you, really. I mean, look at that, 10 of Cups. You know, true joy, true emotional fulfillment, true happiness, abundance. You know, you've the suffering or the strain of the past relationship that you went through, regardless whether you were the aggressor or the, you know what I mean, the baddie or the goodie, the baddie or the goodie. You've learnt lessons from it, and you've learned what you do want, and you can go toward that, and it is your wish fulfillment. You know, maybe you cheated on your, well, I don't, listen, it's not, you live your life, it's not up to me or anyone else what you do. Maybe you cheated on your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and you broke up with them, but the person that you cheated on them with, is your wish fulfillment, and you do actually really love them, and you know, you really, I mean, look what you've got. You've got the 10 of Cups, you've got the 9 of Cups, and you've got the 4 of Wands. So you've got marriage, commitment, stability, moving to the country, or some of you, all there, nurturing. You've got the nurturing as well with the Magician and the manifesting with the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. So really for you guys, Pisces, it's a really, really good week. We have to, as I said, some of you might be having this conversation with somebody today, your ex, your ex or something, your ex-partner, saying, listen, do one. I try to relate these things to work, you know, it could be, or to other situations, but this situation could be with your family, you know, they could have disapproved in the past of your choices, and you're moving away from that energy now, and it, you know, you apply it, but what it is, this is really about, it's about second chances, and it's about cutting ties with the past, as in having that clear communication of, I am now moving forward, regardless of, you know, what you're saying, regardless of what you're feeling, you know, because you've got to have compassion for yourself as well as for everybody else. You can't just say, oh well, I'll just be a martyr because everyone will love me for that, or because I'll not hurt anybody for that, because then what about you? Who's going to look after you? Who's going to make sure that you're all right? You know, we all do stuff that's bad in the past, but it doesn't seem like you were it seems like for you guys, Pisces, you were the one that was cheated on, you were the one that was hurt, you were the one that was lied to, for example. So anyway, it's positive. What we're getting is wish fulfillment. What we're getting is 10 of Cups. What we're getting is the 4 of Wands. You know, we've got the energy, we've got the cooperation around us, we've got the ability to manifest something. So it's a really, really positive reading, Pisces. So I really hope you have a fabulous couple of weeks. As I said, I'm going to be back next week with your love reading, specific love reading. Comment below if you think this was a bit specific, but there's a lot coming through actually, so it feels like some of you will be going through this exact situation. Some of you won't. But comment, let me know if you want me to do another reading, because I can always try to bang one out now that I've worked out that it takes about 19 hours to download to download 7 videos. Anyway, I digress. Have a fabulous couple of weeks, Pisces, and thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Bye.